There it is! Just like the riddle said! Guess that wasn't so hard, was it, Kiko?
Take no prisoners! No prisoners! Ah! Key! Time for riddle 3! The sunwarm side of Singer's Path is where you'll find your prize. Hang gloom lantern upon your ship to shroud her from all eyes.
Wait, I think I know where that is. You've got the key, so we'll meet you there. Unless you want a hint on where to go. I won't spoil the answer if you want to figure it out for yourself. But I think I know exactly where the final riddle is leading. Ifray is the singer, right? And sunwarmed could mean the south. The south side of Ifray's path, on the north side of Galen. Right? My captain always said I didn't have a mind for such things. My crew never argued with her, so I just thought it was true. Now that you say that, I think she was wrong about a lot of things. Sailing into a hurricane is never a good idea, even if you are running from dreadsails. Does this mean I still have to avenge her? Barnacles! You're right. What are we waiting for? Let's go claim our prize.
The potential for health or harm.
So guide our hands to dumber lands and drinks succeed.
Now what? Warm, like the desert sands. You are a knave and a cheek.
Look familiar, Kiko? Is this the treasure your master hid away all those years ago? Well, is that what I think it is? That's really it, isn't it? Just like the legend said. I can't believe it. Well, that's it. I owe you a drink at the very least. Don't think I've forgotten that. I'm a pirate, but I'm not the type to go back on my word. I just need to secure some funds. That's all. Maybe Kiko can help with that. You hold on to the Gloom Lantern for now, and meet me at the tavern in Vastir.
not know what a blessing water is until you have gone long with... A blessed bounty for potion making. A potent find, Tamid. Sinra.
It's always give and take with you, isn't it? I even bother trying to help.
Are a knave and a cheek. I think I read about this place in a book from my time. It is quite different from what I recall. Perhaps I misremember. Pay me no mind.
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornar going to do something? Over here. A toast to our success before we conclude our business. To the Gloom Lantern. To adventure. To letting no good loot go unplundered. Now, let's get down to business. Now this is the pirate's life I've always wanted. Freedom, drinks, and good company, and clear horizons. And I suppose you have my plunder? Tava's red feathers. I can't believe it. Not only is the treasure real, but Kiko and I actually put our brains together and finished what we set out to do. Of course, we couldn't have done it without you. Here's your reward, as promised, mate. I sort of thought Kiko would flap off after we found the treasure, but it looks like he's sticking with me. Just as well. Seems like things took a turn for the better once it was just the two of us. Besides finishing this drink? Not a clue, my friend. Just spent the last of my ill-gotten gold, so securing a vessel would be our first point of order. And we may have to get creative with how we do that. You know, if it was us that got killed instead of them, they wouldn't have batted an eye, would they have, Kiko? Revenge can find me if it wants to. The only thing I'm looking for now is a ship. Really? I appreciate the lead. First mate! That'd be quite the step up. You hear that, Kiko? We'll make our names as honest pirates after all. We'll find a ship that deserves us. Then use the Gloom Lantern to pirate and plunder to our heart's content. It's the life I've always dreamed of. Maybe we'll see you out there on the high seas. We'll see you, but you won't see us. Cheers, mate!
Perhaps they will get bored of Raz. One can only hope. Five Claw! In such a place. Joan and Jode must have sent you. Raz needs a small favor, if you can spare a moment. It concerns the two large thugs over there. They try so hard to look intimidating. Almost adorable, yes? They are tailing Raz. Raz already has tail, far sleeker than they and less clumsy to boot. But still, this one cannot complete his mission without first being rid of these annoying fleas. A mission most intriguing, yes? The pirate Captain Redblade seeks to raise an armada. Only Raz's sharp wits and sharper claws can stop this. So this one asks a favor. Distract the thugs, so Raz might slip out this side door. What do you say? Distract the thugs, and Raz will slip away. Then, meet this one outside near the tavern. Raz is reminded of that time in Velen Harbor. A bar, a pair of nasty thugs, and nowhere to go but out a window. Raz was picking glass out of his fur for days. As sleek and fragrant as ever, Five Claw. Raz must say he could get used to the salt air and delicious food of the archipelago. The drinks taste like bilge water, though. Such a pity. Oh, politics as usual. Raz would have stuck around to help with the cleanup. He was just getting friendly with the proxy queen. But alas, duty called, and he had to leave those beautiful beaches behind. You know how it is. Ah, yes, our adventure with the lovely Naryu. Seems like so long ago now. Do you think she remembers Raz? Surely no. But perhaps. But no. But perhaps? The main. She is a treasure. One of the reasons Queen Irene felt it safe to travel. The Dominion is a fragile thing, you know. Some days Raz thinks he can feel its heartbeat in his paw. But heroes like the Main make the world just a bit safer. By all means, Five Claw, ask away. Surely something will occur to you. Perhaps they can be driven away by a staged accident. Or perhaps you can find someone else to deal with them. That's what Raz did. Shh, too many ears listen here, friend. Raz arrived in advance, as Queen Irene Arana Aldmeri made ready to travel to High Isle. Then, Raz caught a whiff of something bad. And this one was given leave to follow his nose. The Queen is well, thanks to you. This one heard all the details. The Ascendant Order, the talks, a daring escape from a moldering old fort. Raz will not soon let her forget what happened when he was not at her side. Oh, not yet begun from what this one has heard. Knowing the players, this is a card game that will take many hands to play out. Between you and Raz, great things may come of these talks, but we must all be patient and try not to get our hopes up. A scent he has not detected in a long, long time. From one of his earliest missions as an Eye of the Queen. We can talk more of this stench when not so many listen in, yes? As sleek and fragrant as ever, Five Claw. Raz must say he could get used to this. Ah, yes, our adventure with the lovely Naryu. Seems like so long ago now. Oh, politics as usual. Ah, yes, our adventure. The Main. She's. By all means, Five Claw, ask. Ha! You remembered. The Queen had one made for her eye. It was a touching gift. Raz will not lie. He may have shed a tear. Now he can ride without his sleek tail getting pulled. Truly, it is the little things that matter. Shh, too many ears listen here, friend.
I say, as far as seedy establishments go, this one is at the very top. The absolute nadir. Nigh toxic potables, deplorable clientele, sagging architecture. Ah, it has nearly everything I'm seeking. Very nearly. A tavern brawl, of course. A fracas, a melee, a clash between two wretched souls sodden with drink. When I first heard of this establishment, I was expecting violence enough to make a Kvatch arena fighter blush. Oh, well, I couldn't possibly. I mean, I am a proud son of Somerset, trained in the fencing arts by a retired Welkenar. I might do mortal harm to any mere bar fighter. Truly? I suppose I have come all this way. It would be silly to leave without getting the full experience. Very well. Just point me to these friends of yours, and I shall issue a challenge forthwith. I say, you fobbing rascals, bilge breath jackanapes, I've 5 coins that say you are too soft to prove your mettle. Let us engage in fisticuffs.
5 coin? Sounds good. Ha!
Heave ho, till we see the shore. From night to morn with our nets all warm.
Take a seat anywhere you like. Kitchen's open and everything on the menu is available. Except for sprint fish, we just ran out.
taking that aroma, folks. That's the Chef Razi's guarantee. You there,
I was wondering if I'd see you
look as
again,
adventurous as
adventurer.
my taste buds. Care to help
Ah, Druidkin. I heard what you did. How you secured the Eldertide seed and returned it to the care of Archdruid Elec. Once again, you proved to be a true friend of the Druids. But what is this I hear of an impending attack on the city? Stefan needs to bolster his army, and wants to do so with the Stone Lore and Eldertide. I suppose that makes some sense. We can defend ourselves. And it is our third circle that has gone rogue. I can pledge the Stone Lore to this cause. Let me talk to Elec. If anyone can convince him to bring his people to the city to help defend its walls, it's another Archdruid. Instead, I want to send you to Glimmertown. Laurel and most of Galen's Stone Lord druids are in Glimmertown. Inform her of the plan, and tell her to prepare our circle for war. I'll meet you there after I convince Archdruid Elec to do the same. The village lies directly north of Vastir. Perfectly. I gave it to Free for safekeeping. As a spirit forged from Ifre's will, who better to protect something so sacred? They've been quite curious about it. Said they felt a connection and wanted to study the seed. You'll have to ask Free yourself. I returned to Vastir right after delivering the seed. The way Free communicates is still perplexing. I believe we learn more about one another with every passing day, but many mysteries remain. The request came from Stefan, and my circle loves him as one of our own. Plus, the Fire Song attacked us as well, and we feel a responsibility for our misguided brethren. Besides, I am their Archdruid, and I have already agreed. The matter is settled.
Such an effective distraction. Raz could not have done it better himself. What do you say we continue this collaboration? This one promised you gold, and he would like to make good on his promise. Did this one give you the impression he could? Continue to help the Queen's Eye, and you will be paid handsomely. As handsome as Raz. Were you not paying attention? To stop a pirate. Redblade is gathering crew and ships to build an armada. They would threaten every port from Alinor to Balmora. Their plan hinges on a secret, a trove thought lost and forgotten. Just so, the Acalarius bequest, a ludicrous fortune sent by ship to Galen during the final years of Emperor Varen's reign. It was thought lost at sea. But somehow Redblade has learned its true location. As far as Raz can tell, no. We must find the bequest first. Luckily, this one has a place to start. Another Eye, years ago, sought to recover the bequest, and we have her notes. What do you say? Help Raz claim this prize and save the day? This one knew you would agree. 90% of the time, Raz's instincts never fail him. You remember the thugs you shook from Raz's tail? We must find them. The tails will become the tailed. Poetic, yes? First things first, Five Claw. We must learn what our enemies already know. That means tailing those two back to their boss. Trust Raz. This is his bread and butter. Or cake and jam, which Raz likes better.
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornar going to do something?
You know, House Dufort never has these
Where did that
problems
cat
on High
skulk
Isle.
off to? I
That's
told you
not
to keep an eye on
entirely
him.
true. There are those incidents
Yeah.
with the
You were there
Ascendant
too.
Order.
What should we tell the
We've
boss?
got to report in. But let's shake loose a few payments first. Maybe he'll go easier on us.
Could this be the same group? No way these thugs stopped an eye of the Queen. These two are criminals, not pirates. Their boss must be working with Redblade then. Raz begins to see the pieces fall into place, but let's confirm his suspicions.
All right. Time to tell the boss we lost the cat. All right. Time to tell the boss we lost the cat.
Well, now we know who we are dealing with. That is both good news and bad news. Raz knows who the thugs work for. The Tailed Tale used a members-only entrance to the local outlaws' refuge. Just inside the refuge is a gambling parlor owned by a local crime boss called Eve Grandvatch. If Grandvatch is backing Redblade, the sharp claws of knowledge will undo them. This one has dealt with Grandvatch before. Raz will have to wear a disguise, but that is a small price to pay. Raz mentioned another eye who fell tracking the bequest, a skilled agent named Ronia. Raz always believed Grandvatch was behind her death, but could not prove it. Her ciphered notes were never recovered. Grandvatch must have finally cracked them. That is Raz's best guess. The only way we can be sure is to get in there and find out. Go, enter the Outlaw's Refuge and make your way to the gambling parlor. This one will meet you inside once he has donned the perfect disguise. Raz will see you inside. Keep a keen eye open. With this one's disguise, you will have a hard time recognizing Raz. When we were both younger, and Eve had yet to set up his little empire. The tale features a sea serpent, an Argonian opera singer, and a relic called Ariel's lute. Ask Raz about it sometime. It's a good one. Ronia was one of the very first eyes of the Queen. Raz only knew her for a few moons. She was a legend, an example for us all. Many of her missions are still kept secret to this day.
What a lovely little island this is. The air is almost dewy. Quite different from the sands that I'm used to. Ain't that right, Unu? Ah, yes. This dragon frog is my boon companion. We've been together since he was barely an ember-breathing froglet. What's this? About my Unu? Ah, not a chance. For the rest of my time on Galen, Unu won't leave my side. Perhaps I'll carry him on my head. Or in my pocket. No. These bridges would burn too easily. You have our thanks. Here, take this. My Unu is safe and well, thanks to you. I almost wish they had gotten their grubby hands on him. Unu would have left some nasty burns to mark this discretion. I'm the only one he doesn't spit flames at, you see. What a sight that would have been. We'll continue our respite until we're called back to our duties in Hammerfell. Worry not. I won't let Unu out of my sight so long as we remain here. I've come to quite like this island, and Unu seems fond of the taste of saltwater. He may not look it, but Unu is a key component to our business endeavors. None would dare pull one over on me with the looming threat of third-degree burns nipping at their heels. And well, it doesn't hurt that he's quite adorable. I have my suspicions. Unu and his kind are native to Hammerfell. He may be the first dragon frog to set foot on Galen. And I mean, look at him. It's no surprise that he's caught an envious eye or two. I could put him in a carrier cage, though I can't imagine he'd enjoy that. Perhaps I should enroll him in a training program. Ensure that he'll be prepared in an emergency situation. A program led by me, of course. What do you think, Unu?